Hi guys. Howdy, I meant to say. Howdy from Texas. I have in my room right now two of my favorite people from Texas. Who's going to come say hello? Jane is saying no.
Why
Come
not?
in.
Come on, Jane.
No, Jane just had a biomagnitude.
Hi, guys. Hello from Southern Dallas. I'm in Northern Dallas. We're in Northern Dallas.
Are we in Northern Dallas?
Yes.
Okay. The point is, I love Dallas, okay? Shelley, glad you joined us, dear. I love Texas because they seem real similar to Georgia. It's really weird. They do. They seem similar to Georgia. And they make me feel very loved, and they take good care of me, and I get to see God really show up and do major miracles in Texas. Okay, Amy, glad you're with us, honey. Y'all got questions? I'm in the Duncan booth. Throw me a ball. Okay. Yay, Donald and Martha. Yay. I got all kind of family on. I just got through saying howdy from Texas, guys. Lynn, glad you joined us. Y'all go ahead and ask me a question because it's your time. You've got me sitting right here where I get to answer whatever it is you want to say. It's always kind of scary, too, because I don't know what you're going to ask. So let me know, okay? Alicia sent me a note. Oh, I didn't write it down. I meant to write it down. So it's on my phone. Maybe I could remember some of it because I read some of it. Oh, golly gee, Alicia, if you're watching, this is the stuff I'm talking about. You sent it to me, but I didn't have time to write it out. I went straight from doing a treatment from someone until, here I am. So I don't remember what you said people had been calling in asking me to talk about. I remember one thing was constipation because I thought I hadn't heard that one in a while. Now, those of you who know me know that I don't believe in treating constipation because I think constipation is a symptom of something else. Most of us are low in magnesium, so I would start with that. I really believe that over all these years that I've been doing this, that I have really helped to support a particular product, but it's no longer my first choice. It took me 12 years to replace this product. The one that I replaced it with is a sweet basil product called Fizzy-Mag. It's a magnesium, it's like Natural Calm, it's just that it's less money and it's twice as strong. Maybe not twice as strong, but it's substantially stronger for less money. Now, one of the things that's interesting to me about magnesium is that all of us seem to be low in it, which is interesting because you can't have diabetes or high blood pressure if you have enough magnesium. So just think about that for a minute. But when they do autopsies on people with Alzheimer's, hey, Alicia, yay! Alicia's here, so when I mess up, she'll be... And Jane, listen, seriously, I do scream Jane. Especially if I'm just getting back from Texas. Mary Kay's been taking care of me now. I went, well, that's a whole nother story. But trust me, all of y'all should be sending thank you notes to these ladies in Texas because they're taking really good care of me. Okay, where was I? Instead of treating the symptom of constipation, if everybody that had high blood pressure, diabetes, and Alzheimer's was low in magnesium, doesn't it kind of seem that we might all be low in magnesium? Okay? Sure. And it's interesting because constipation's not the only one. It's constipation and diarrhea. So either extreme is a sign of being low in magnesium. So that's why I asked if you were taking your Fizzy-Mag still. Because the Fizzy-Mag, even if you're having the other extreme, either extreme can be a symptom of being low in magnesium. So I like the one, hey Hal, boy, I've been thinking about you. It's so good to see your name. I'd like to see your pretty face. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to tell guys they have a pretty face. Okay, well, your wife has a pretty face. You're a pretty guy, though. I have been thinking about you, honey, a lot. So maybe you're supposed to come see me. Where was I? Magnesium. Everybody seems to have a magnesium deficiency. So I'm saying the Fizzy-Mag is the one I did to replace it. Hey, Terry, good to see you, dear. I found the Fizzy-Mag to replace the Natural Calm because I really feel that we all need to be taking it at bedtime, okay? And you adjust it to your body's bowel tolerance. But I also take magnesium malate. Now, we have tried numerous forms of magnesium malate, But the one that I like the best is the cheapest one. I know I shouldn't say it that way, but it's the bottom line. Y'all told me this one works better, okay? Source Natural, there's Pam, CBD oil. Can you give it to your dog? And if so, how much? He has arthritis, weighs 15 pounds. That's a great question, Pam. Let me finish the constipation thing and then we'll do CBD oil. Okay, the magnesium malate is a particular form of magnesium that can be taken during the day that does not cause any bowel effect at all, positive or negative. So you can't use your bowels to know your dose. So when I went to Henry Hall in Tallahassee and he told me that I was low in magnesium, I'm like, I can't be low in magnesium. I take Physi-Mag at bedtime and I take Source Natural Magnesium Malate during the day. Sure enough, I was low in magnesium, and when I increased that magnesium, everything in my life went better, okay? So the Source Natural Magnesium Malate is the one you take during the day. Unfortunately, it's big old horse pills, and I really apologize for that. And we also have it in powder, by the way, guys. But the Physi-Mag is at bedtime, and that one's easier to take, but the magnesium malate's not so easy to take. Pam, you're one to attest to that. I sure think I would have put you on the magnesium malate, too. One of the things about that magnesium malate that I love, 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 love is that chelation on the magnesium itself, sorry, I can't talk without my hands. Should have seen me on the radio. I'd be late every time putting on my lipstick. And Jeff Lovett would be saying, it's radio, okay? Hey, Ruth, sorry, I'm on my cell phone, so it's this teeny tiny little writing, so I have to like run up to the camera to read it. The malic acid that is chelated to the magnesium in the Source Natural Magnesium Malate, the malic acid chelates to heavy metal. So it chelates to heavy metal in the brain. So it's particularly good for people that might be having some bowel issues and might not be able to up their magnesium enough to make the difference in the nerves without having some bowel issues. Then this is the answer. And so I was pretty upset that I was already taking 2 magnesium malate in the morning. And my husband said, are you kidding me? I take 3 in the morning, 3 at night, and have forever. So all I know is it chelates to aluminum and some other bad, I think it was mercury. I think it was aluminum and mercury. It chelates to those heavy metals and helps get it out of your body. So you're getting the benefits of the magnesium with the chelation of the malic acid, which chelates to heavy metal. Hope that makes sense. Okay, Pam, about your question about the CBD oil, let's back up and let everyone catch up with us, Pam, okay? CBD oil, which I have a bunch of, by the way, for those of you in, gosh, I don't know why, live on there. She's saying, so you're not going live? And of course I am live. Alicia, Janet said, and I are watching, not very loud though. So it's not loud enough. Let's turn the fan off. Would y'all mind turning that fan off? I have a little fan going in the background, so I'll try to speak louder and see if turning the fan off helped. Okay, can you, did that? It's still not off. I'm sorry guys, give me just a second. Here, let me do it. I'm sorry. It's okay.
I don't know where the
It's
thing
okay.
is.
It's okay. Okay. Did that help? Did that help? Alicia, tell me, did that help? Okay, CBD oil. How did my thing get turned? Oh, because Shay was asking me a question which blocked out all of y'all live on Facebook. I'm sorry. Try not to text me while I'm live, guys. Because it covers up the screen with your text. So it did help. Okay, we know that lesson now, not to have the fan going in the background. Okay. And Alicia, if you have any way to contact Shay, if you could let Shay know that, yes, I am live even right now. Because she's asking me that and it filled up my screen. Where was I? CBD oil has all the constituents of marijuana without the high. Now, some people my age have made jokes of what's the point, but you do know there's a point because a friend of mine, the smartest person I know, Bill Stanton in Atlanta, says, you know, that all of the constituents of marijuana that we know, I mean, there are so many medicinal purposes for it, but because it also makes you high, a lot of that's, you know, of course, it's also illegal. But if you could get all those constituents, meaning like like Pam's asking about arthritis for the dog. Arthritis, inflammation. Of course, the dog wouldn't have insomnia, but that's one of the things that's a big, big deal about it. My prayer partner said it really helped with PTSD, and I was really excited about that, but she didn't understand that the main reason I was excited about that is if it helped with the PTSD, then she's a 2-time cancer survivor. So if it was helping with the PTSD, then maybe it was also helping with the cancer also. So I'm really, really excited about that stuff. Pam, what did you say? Mine is still buffering, not normal. No sound either. What in the world, guys? I don't know what else to do. There's nothing I can do.
Check your volume on the phone.
So let me check the volume just in case something has happened. No, the volume's all the way up. Volume's up, so I don't know what to tell you. Should we just forget it, y'all? If you can't hear me, I don't want to keep talking if it's being crazy. Somebody answer me, okay? Because if it's still being crazy, we'll just stop and try to do it next week, because there's nothing we can do. I mean, we're inside the building, and maybe it doesn't work inside the building. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it thinks I should go have steak and wine in Texas, and I shouldn't be talking. Sounds great on ours, so okay. So I don't know what the deal is, y'all. So Pam's saying it's buffering, and it's not normal, and the sound's not working, and Alicia's saying it sounds great. So I guess I'll keep talking. Okay, to answer your question, Pam, I hope you can hear me. I have seen great results with animals and the CBD oil. So whether it's seizures, which is what you wanting to use it, I haven't actually treated this pit bull. Hey guys, hey Ray, where's ABDC? I'm hearing good things about you guys. Anyway, howdy from Texas. The CBD oil has all these constituents of the same thing as marijuana without the buzz. So therefore, all the reasons that people were saying, I'm sorry, somebody was saying something. What were y'all saying? All the constituents of the healing properties of epilepsy, of any form of seizures, all of this would still be the same story, but without the THC. Hope that makes sense. And I have it in many, many milligrams. I only carry the 1 name brand. Okay, yay! Hey, DC. The CBD oil is particularly cool because you can definitely tell that it calms you down. Somebody was telling me that they heard a couple of people giving testimonies about how it really, really helped calm you down. Actually, Steve said that to me. Okay, he sure did.
The nerves in his hand, I think.
Helps the neuropathy or the nerve damage. There's lots of things that the CBD oil works for, okay? What'd you say now? Probably tablet going, oh, your tablet, okay. Well, about the dosing on the CBD oil, I don't think that you have the unflavored, because I would have said don't buy the unflavored, but you shouldn't give the dog the peppermint or the vanilla. You should only give the dog the natural one. We do have a little bitty dose, a little bitty size. Oh, it's in a better, Alicia, do you happen to remember how much that is? Because I think it was a little bit more, but it's a much better application for an animal. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. But Pam, you probably need to come in and get a different one for the dog, okay? But yes, I think CBD oil works great for animals as well as people for inflammation and pain. It's a pretty cool thing. But what I like best about it is that it seems to really, this crazy person in Dallas says, it really helps with my psychosis. Well, he doesn't have psychosis, but he just meant that it made him happier, okay? And that's what I've heard. And then I heard another friend say, actually, she's listening, and she said she didn't actually say that, and I know that she did, that she didn't know that she was so depressed until she wasn't, okay? Hi, Kenneth. You must be kin to my friends because, oh, Ken, what are you, oh, you went into a different one. You went into it, okay, never mind. Y'all just opened into another account. Okay, so where were we? we were going to ask Alicia if she happened to remember what that new form was. I'm being waved at. Somebody called, oh, I'll look here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, and Alicia, I'm sorry I don't have that list you sent me, but these are some Texas questions. I've been trying to get my friends off of plastic and wondered if you could address that. Okay. You know that I make people mad talking about that. She's nodding at me.
Like sugar.
It's just like sugar. Nobody wants me to say, the truth. But we must stop. We must stop the sugar. And it's like I've gotten more emphatic about it now, where I get in people's face and say, you must stop. We've just got to stop. We've got to stop because most of us my age already have cancer. And if we don't have cancer, we're most likely going to get cancer because we live in such a toxic environment. And so the sugar just breeds it, okay? It just breeds it. Plus it causes inflammation, which causes pain. So if you had no other reason,
The plastic.
back to the plastic. So the worst thing you could do is sugar in plastic. But besides that, so back to the plastic, and I talk about it in my diet book, one of my diet books, I don't remember which one. But when you drink something out of plastic or eat something that was microwaved in plastic, then all of that plastic goes into your body and your body doesn't know what to do with it. So you know what it does with it? It makes a new fat cell. Well, you could tell me anything. You can't even scare me with all those other bad words. Just tell me I'm going to gain my weight back and watch me freak out, okay? So the bottom line is that your body doesn't know what to do with toxins. So the toxins are in the fat cell. So your body makes a new fat cell just because you did plastic. How crazy is that, okay? Not to mention the fact that plastic goes straight to the brain. Now I know I'm oversimplifying something, but y'all need to know I'm kind of famous for cornbread talk. Taking something really difficult and making it so maybe most people can understand. My phone keeps sending me messages in the middle of my... See, and every time I touch that, it moves the phone. Okay. All right, what was that? Oh, the wow, you've not heard that before, right? Right? You've not heard that. And it's interesting because even on the sugar thing, David's always telling me, you shouldn't just keep beating people up about the sugar. And I'm thinking, he goes, people are making their own choice. And I'm thinking they're making their own choice without all the information. So if they don't have the information, I don't think they are making the right choice because they don't understand the seriousness of this. Okay, so please stop the plastic. If you need a water filter, we have the best. I do believe it's the very best. We got approved for a $10,000 water filter. I found this $200 water filter, and I think it's better. I truly think it's better. And I'm looking at two ladies that drink that water, and they will tell you that it's the best tasting water. But it really is a beautiful, beautiful water, and it's like $189. Don't get me wrong, I know that's a lot of money, but add up what you spend on, plastic. Okay? So even your water, so you give up sugar, and now you're drinking water in plastic bottles, and the story just goes on and on. Okay? So let's please. So Ray says, no. That's interesting. See, a lot of people in my industry think that you all know the truth and you're choosing to not do it. But I know that everybody doesn't know the truth because when they're meeting with me in my office and I'm looking in their eyes, I watch their face. They don't know. They're hearing it for the first time. And it takes a lot of times to hear it. So if I argue with you, it means I love you. I don't argue with everybody. Okay? All right, well, why take probiotics? That's a little open-ended, okay? We all know, there we go, again, maybe I should not be making that assumption, okay? When we take an antibiotic, it acts like a bazooka and it kills everything inside, okay? So we have to put the good bacteria back. And there are a lot of people in the medical profession now that know that probiotics are necessary after taking an antibiotic. But what they don't take into consideration is that antibiotics are in our food chain now. So we are taking antibiotics all the time. So we must put back the good bacteria. So there's lots and lots and lots of choices. Y'all know that forever my favorite choice has been Bluebonnet. I say all the time, it's not because the guys are just cute. And they are cute, very cute. And it's not just that they're funny, and they're crazy funny, okay? But it's that they're godly. And I believe that's why it's better in the bottle. Because I believe that you can trust them because of who they are, okay? Having said that, they have now come out with the first DNA-verified probiotic on the market. So what that means is they can tell you exactly where it came from. Now these guys, y'all know I've been doing this for 37 years. I think it's probably longer than that now because I keep saying 37, so it must be 38 by now. But the point is that I know these people by name. I know the companies by name. So for a couple of years now, there have been some probiotics on the market that were really high dose, billions and billions. Trouble is they weren't. They were not a trustworthy company. They were not what they claimed to have in the bottle. It's like, see, I've got another message coming up. I wish people would not text me. Would you mind texting, Mary Kay, would you mind texting Jean and telling her I'm live on the air? Okay. And her text is coming up and blocking my vision. Okay. Tell her I'll talk to her after I get off live on the air. And you're watching the time, right? Okay. Where was I? So you got to put back the good bacteria. So the Bluebonnet guy, the other guys on the market that have been claiming to have these really high doses, they don't. And I've had people that work for me. Hey, Katrina. I've had people that work for me that said, well, no, I'm going to take blah, blah. And there's one in particular that just really irritates me because I know that it's not what's in the bottle. And I go, fine, go ahead and take your, $60 probiotic. And when it doesn't work, come back and I'll put you on the cheap Bluebonnet one. Okay? So that would be my favorite choice. But Bluebonnet doing a DNA verified version, they now have a single dose. And for those of you that I've been making take 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 3 at bedtime, then you need to know that there is a high dose one on the market, and I do trust it. And Terry, you might look at the one for ladies. You might find that interesting. But the low dose, okay? Anyway, Bluebonnet can be trusted, and guess where they're from? Texas, okay? I'm just saying I love Texans, okay? Don't y'all get nervous, I'm not moving. But, I come here about every 6 weeks. So I really trust the Bluebonnet single dose probiotic. Okay, having said that, I also like Reuteri. Now, Reuteri is the one I put healthcare professionals on because Reuteri is being researched to prevent and treat C. diff. Let that sink in. I know we had a medical doctor last week. I wish he was listening now. And maybe you can come on and not say your own and then you're still watching. So I hope he's watching. Because as far as I'm concerned, everybody in the healthcare profession should be taking the Reuteri if they're going to be exposed to people that are in doctor's offices or nursing homes, or if they're, a healthcare practitioner. You just need to be doing the Reuteri. And that one's very inexpensive too. But be sure and ask me for the dose on that because it really is based on body weight. Okay? I'm trying to get these questions in. Oh, Mary Kay, I know that one's yours. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between CoQ10 and Haley? Where you been, girl? Are you in California? Are you just visiting California? Anyway. The difference between CoQ10 and ubiquinol. You want to answer it, Haley? Okay, the difference between ubiquinol and CoQ10 is that CoQ10 is ubiquinone, which converts to ubiquinol before you can utilize it. So, the ubiquinol, hey Stephanie, Haley, all right. Hey baby, Okay, babe. Yes, you moved. You really did move. I figured you did, or I would have seen you. I don't know why I knew you were in California. I just knew it. Well, we won't go there. But anyway, it's good to see you, baby. I miss you. I need a hug. Okay, the ubiquinone in the CoQ10 converts to ubiquinol. So there's a bunch of research that shows if you're buying the real thing, which the only one I carry is Bluebonnet. If you're buying Bluebonnet, because they buy the right raw material, okay, guys? If you're taking Bluebonnet CoQ10, and if you went to ubiquinol, then they're saying the ubiquinol is 8 times as absorbable. But no, it's like very inexpensive. So that's kind of impressive. But there's a part of me that keeps feeling like some people need the CoQ10 and some people need the ubiquinol. My instincts are that some people use one better than the other. And since I'm not 100% sure, I take one of each. I do. I take one of each. That's the most important thing I take. I take a Bluebonnet CoQ10 100 milligram, and I take a Bluebonnet, hey Jazzy, I take a Bluebonnet ubiquinol 100 milligram. And my reasoning is that the big buzz now, besides CBD, Pam, you're right on about that one. The other big buzz is everybody's talking about the mitochondria. Well, we've been talking about that forever, but they're really, really talking about it now. The one thing I know that's the most important thing I take is the CoQ10 and the ubiquinol because it's actually repairing it's repairing it. Hey Mimi, it's repairing the actual cell membrane. So I take one of each, okay? Well, I see now that we only have 1 minute. But people ask me all the time, if you could only take one thing, what would it be? And it would be Bluebonnet CoQ10 and Bluebonnet ubiquinol. I find that to be the most important thing. And my phone is going crazy. I guess the timing is right. Alicia, you were not here to make sure that the battery was not going dead. And now it says it is. So you guys pray for me in Texas, and I will see you in a few days. God bless you, and thanks for listening. Tell your friends, share it, please. Share the video, please, even though it probably was a little fragmented. That's okay. See you next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.